Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. We have found all 8 instruments, we've gotten through all 8 dungeons, we've beaten all of the nightmares. And now, we need to head to the Color Dungeon. This part is completely optional. You don't have to do this. But we're gonna do it anyway. Where's the graveyard? I think it's near Monbo's. Okay. It is near Monbo's. And we might as well go... Yeah, we're gonna have to go into the cemetery, and if you would not do that, that would be great. Where am I? Okay, all I need to do is just go over here. Now, there is a place where there is 5 gravestones. So what did it say for me? Okay, we push this one first to... I'm gonna have to get rid of the ghosts. Thankfully, I have this. We push this one first to the south. We push this one second to the west. We push this one third to the north. Why are you here? We push this one fourth to the east, and we push this one last to the north. Okay, let's try this again. We push this one fifth, or last, to the north. We found the Color Dungeon. If you do it in any other order other than the book, you knocked off the north bookshelf in the Covalent Library, or the May Village Library, with the Pegasus boots. If you go against that specific order, which of course is randomized every time you play a new game, when you start a new game rather, you won't get this secret staircase. And it's the classic Legend of Zelda dungeon theme from the very first Zelda game. Our colors are never the same. If I am red, he is blue. If he is red, I am blue. What color is my cloth? You're blue. Don't tell anyone. Do you have the powder? If not, you must go back. You do need the powder for this. Our colors are never the same. If I am red, he is blue. If he is red, I am blue. What color is my cloth? You're red. Don't tell anyone. The Fairy Queen is waiting for you. And there is a Fairy Queen. And we got a little bit of a remix here, but it's still the same Zelda 1 dungeon theme. So, there's a reason why you have to go through that. I mean, it's pretty obvious the guy on the left is blue and the guy on the right is red. But here's the thing. If you start a new game on DX in Game Boy Color, your save file will remember that. So if you were to take your Game Boy, or rather your Link's Awakening DX cartridge out of your Game Boy Color and put it in a original Game Boy or Game Boy Pocket, and played that save file, you can still get the Game Boy Color exclusive stuff, such as the camera guy and the Color Dungeon. The thing is, though, if you're playing this with the Game Boy Color exclusive stuff on the original monochrome Game Boy or the Game Boy Pocket, you won't be able to tell which color these guys are. I think that's how it's supposed to work. And therefore, you wouldn't be able to play this thing, play the Color Dungeon, without color graphics. Because you only have like 4 shades of black. There's light, medium, heavy, and transparent. So, yeah, you have to have Game Boy Color to play the Color Dungeon. So anyway, enough about that. Let's do things. And these things love to attack you. Don't let them. And these things do manage to do a thing. And there's a stone beak. There's powder, so you can get some in that room. And I wish you could... it doesn't say anything. Well... we're going to need the stone beak if you want to see what it says, but it's probably going to tell us how to beat this puzzle, and I think I have an idea of how it's supposed to work. In the meantime, rupee room. And these color rupees actually give you, I think, multiple rupees, but because I'm maxed out, these things don't do anything. Also, they're animated too, which is kind of cool. So by striking one of these things with your sword, you change the color of it and any of the other things that it's connected to. Really easy puzzle. Got us the compass. So now that we have the compass, oof, we now have this room. Let's see here. Well, we're going to need a key. Also, these blocks, they go from, these tiles rather, they go from green to yellow to red, and then they become pits. You want to be very careful moving around in rooms with colored tiles. We don't have a key, do we? We do not have a key. Also, these things are here. They turn into balls. What if we throw them in these things? Gamer logic is working. Now, I'm going to make a confession. I've seen the Color Dungeon in action, but I've never actually played it in my life. We found the stone beak. So I've seen the Color Dungeon in action. I've never actually played it. But at the same time, I still have not done a practice run of this, so... this is still mostly blind. This is still the blindest thing I have ever done. And here's your clue. Make all the red blue. Interesting. So now that we got these out of the way, what if we were to loop around here? That works. Okay, apparently we have to get them away from the tiles so that they go booga booga booga. That makes sense. Also, you guys jump around and make the tiles different colors. Can I zap you with the rod? Can I burn you to death? Yes, I can. I mean, I should be able to. I have every item in the game, and there's a key, and I could have done this any time I wanted. But I chose to do it here in the here and now because it's entirely optional. What a greedy fool. You want more power? A buffoon like you might as well give up and go home. Okay. There are bosses here. And I just took you down with the boomerang. 4 shots ought to do it. And now I've refilled my health. You are also getting burnt to a crisp, buddy. Get bent. And there should be a switch somewhere. Because there's no pots. And it's a good thing that I jump when I hit those things, because I would like to be able to do that. And... Interesting. Let's go ahead and use the stone thing here. Here's your clue. Make all the red blue. Okay. I need to think about this. Okay. Make all the red blue. That was weird. That was very weird. But what if I were to do it this way? There we go. I had the right idea. I was doing it all wrong. You gotta hit the corners and then the center, not the sides. So let's go ahead, and we don't have a key there. That's lame. So we are gonna have to go elsewhere. But I'm glad I tackled that, though. That was nice. And you, and you, and you, and you were all over here. You are the map. You will obviously be doing map things. And yeah, it's a good thing I checked there. Also, this is in the shape of a tunic. That is interesting to say the least. And let's throw you all in the respective color things. If I can do it. Can I throw you? I am apparently not good at throwing today. It seems. Which is a shame, because I was doing pretty well in Turtle Rock, believe you me. There's your key. And yeah, had I not checked the door earlier, that one thing earlier, I would have known from looking at the map that, hey, there's the room with the rupees. And wow. I got the boomerang, don't I? Yeah, I do. There's not really much of a reason to need it. But that leads to the nightmare, and I don't want to do that just yet. Instead, I want to just go to the right, and I'll just leap around across the way. You came back, but that's not a big deal to me. Get out of the way. This is a room I haven't been in. You are both getting burned to death. No. No. I don't know why you thought that was a good idea. It was a very terrible one, obviously. Now we have 3 colors. Here's your clue. Make all the red blue. So you had to make the red blue in all of them. Okay. This is going to be interesting. And easy. Strike this one, Then strike this one until you get the key. I didn't think it would take me 10 seconds. But we have a key here now. Boo! I am no weakling. Your pitiful sword is no match for me. Really? I have the sword beam. You fool. Your sword won't work. Try something else. Oh, you're gonna shot me too. Oh, that doesn't work either. I'll do bow first. No? No, I already did hook shot. Wizard rod would be... Yeah, we're gonna need bombs. However, what if I were to do this? What in the world? Wait, the boomerang? Wait a minute. Powder. And you apparently keep doing that. Okay, well, he's a pushover anyway. Your only enemy here is frustration. And... Can we push these and get a thing? Ah, there's a nightmare key. It's a good thing I didn't go through the door because I would have embarrassed myself. And as much as I want to go to the beginning of the area, I'm not sure if I want to do that with Monbo's Monbo. So what I'm going to do here is just go down there the old-fashioned way. I do go over here, right? I do. And you were here, you were here. I don't know why I'm picking up rupees anymore. That switch is there just for the sake of being there. Okay. Blue is safe. Yellow is caution. Red is danger. Yellow is caution. Red is danger. Take your time. And you do want to take your time because you're going to be swarmed with enemies if you don't. It also helps if he just walks towards you. And here's a Great Fairy. Welcome, Link. I admire you for your coming this far. I will give you the power of color. If you want offense, choose red. If you want defense, choose blue. Which power do you want? Now, if you pick the red tunic, that's basically having an eternal piece of power. Picking the blue tunic is like having an eternal guardian acorn. I'm going to choose the eternal guardian acorn. Yes, I'm sure. Relax and close your eyes. And green just magically turns to blue. You've got the blue clothes. Your damage will be reduced by half. And then you just get carried out of the dungeon. I will now take you out. So let's see here. And can we not push them anymore? We can't push them anymore. So once we get done with that area and we make our choice is final. And that is it. We cannot do anything else. So I was considering doing the beating of the final boss. And you know what? I'm gonna go crazy today. and add a link to today's video. It's not going to be that much longer. I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm willingly making a longer video, but you know what? We're going to do it. We are going to go up these stairs. We're going to play the Battle of the Windfish. And we are going to fight the final boss. The time has come. The Windfish awaits. Enter the egg. Woot, woot! And that's what we will do. And as soon as you go north, there's a big old pit. And we're going to drop down. It's easier to see in DX that there's a pit down there. And from here, we got to go where the book told us. So, right, up, up, right, up, up, right, up. We were born of nightmares to take over the world. We made the Windfish sleep endlessly. If the Windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. We would have been the masters of this place. But you had to come here and disrupt our plans. You can never defeat us. Let's rumble! Now, what are we going to get first? This is a shadowy being of some origin. It's this thing. And you just have to mess around to figure out that you have to hit him with powder. But the blob enemy in the key cabin was a clue. For those of you playing DX and trying to do everything. And after 3 applications of powder, we get Aghanim. No. I'll go ahead and use a sword for this one. Just like Link to the Past, when he sends that big spear-shaped fireball at you, you shoot it back at him. He may send something else at you instead. He may send other projectiles at you, so you want to be careful for those. And strangely, he never did. Next up is Moldorm. Hit the flashing tail bit, preferably with a whirlwind blade. At least he can't push you into a pit this time. And I don't need sword beams for this. And we need to avoid the bats. And when he starts throwing the staff at us, we have to hit him with Whirling Blade. And it's a good thing I have this blue tunic, which I don't need. So that way, I don't take a whole bunch of damage. I've only lost like 1 heart. And I still have the body cell from Crazy Tracy's body spa. So in case I get hit, or in case I die rather, I can just heal up instantly. And wow, I just set myself up for failure. I should probably use the Rock's Feather on the other button. Really? That didn't work? There we go. Got that last hit in. Strike this guy with the Whirling Blade when he starts charging at you in this form, and then you'll get this form. And this is the final boss music, really? Well, there's 2 things you can do. You can either equip the bow and arrow, or you can equip the boomerang. You want to jump over these tentacles like they're jump ropes, and you want to hit this guy in the eye when the eye opens up. If you do this with the boomerang, you will kill this guy in 1 hit. Immediately. Which just proves how optional the boomerang really is. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way with the bow and arrow. Because 1, I get to show off that these things move faster the more you hit them. And 2, I did not know about the boomerang trick until very recently. And yes, you can actually aim the bow in the middle of a jump. Because again, you can kind of control your jumps a little bit. And I had no idea that the eye was open at that point. So that cost me a few seconds, but whatever. There we go. This island is going to disappear. Our world is going to disappear. Our world. Our world. And that's it. You've beaten the final boss. Link, you have beaten all the nightmares. Climb the stairs before you. Now, once I climb those stairs, I can just put the controller down. We can show the ending. You can use Monbo's Mamo in this room to escape and do all this all over again if you wanted. Just as a troll move. I could just do that if I wanted to, but nah. This video's long enough already. The way I see it. And we're just going to go up the stairs. Here we go. Oh, that's right. I still need to go through conversation. Right. But at least we see the owl flying, for once. Hoot, young lad, I mean Link, the hero. You have defeated the nightmares. You have proven your wisdom, courage, and power. As part of the Windfish's spirits, I am the guardian of his dream world. But one day, the nightmares entered the dream and began wreaking havoc. Then you, Link, came to rescue the island. I have always trusted in your courage to turn back the nightmares. Thank you, Link. My work is done. The Windfish will wake soon. Goodbye. Hoot. Bye, Owl. Hello, Windfish. The Windfish in name only, for it is neither. Whales are mammals. Whales are mammals. I am the Windfish. Long has been my slumber. In my dreams, an egg appeared and was surrounded by an island with people, animals, an entire world. But verily, it be the nature of dreams to end. When I dost awaken, Koholint will be gone. Only the memory of this dreamland will exist in the waking world. Someday, if I may recall this island, that memory must be the real dream world. Come, Link. Let us awaken. Together. Well, it's a good thing I didn't steal from the store. I'm pretty sure even the Windfish would have called me a thief. Play the 8 instruments. Play the song of awakening. There it goes. And there we go. Because there's nothing but water. What else is there going to be? And now we're somewhere. The ocean, obviously. And we're still on our wrecked ship, or what's left of it. We're still hanging on to the flotsam. I'm surprised we're not dead, considering that water will keep us from retaining body heat. So, if the island was all a dream, but the windfish is here, does that mean the windfish was real and that everything was real after all? Or no? And if it was a dream and we were to die at any point in the game, does that be the equivalent of Link somehow drowning in the ocean in his sleep and never being able to get back to the surface? Well, anyway, regardless of how you want to see it, that's the end of Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX for the Game Boy Color. I had a lot of fun with this. It was the first time that Zelda appeared on a handheld console. And it was pretty good even then, with the original monochrome version. It wasn't like other Game Boy games where you could play it in a day, you could beat it in like an hour or two. Maybe less if you were really good. But this one took even longer to beat because you had all these puzzles and you had all these dungeons. The later ones being able to take an hour if you were just going into them in one sitting, like I did. And it's a very good game. It's a very enjoyable game. I loved it. And when you play the DX version and get through it all, you get the DX staff first, and then you get the original 1993 staff from when the game originally came out on Game Boy. Also, these credits would look really weird if this were 30 frames per second. So, graphics are pretty good. You can tell what everything's supposed to be. Sound and music, exactly what you'd expect from a first-party Nintendo game. Nintendo knew what they were doing. Play control is pretty tight. I never had any problem with it. And this is one you could definitely play again and again. You could definitely play this like once a year or so. Definitely worth getting for any Game Boy library. And with a remake coming soon, as of the recording time of this video, February 21st. Oh, hey! If you beat the game without dying, you see a picture of Marin, and then it transforms into a seagull. The development team would like to thank you for playing. I bet they do. As I was saying, this is definitely worth playing. This is definitely worth having in your Game Boy library. Okay, there's nothing else that I can do. The game is definitely worth playing. Definitely worth having in any game library, much less a Game Boy one. And with the remake coming soon as we're recording this video, February 21st, 2019, a whole new generation, and maybe families of younger gamers, because I can see that being a thing, are going to enjoy this game all over again, and couldn't be happier, really. It was the fourth game in the Zelda series. It is the fourth game in the Zelda series. It's the fourth one to come out in chronological order, and it's pretty darn good. It's pretty darn good. They kept it simple. I mean, it is a Game Boy game, a Game Boy / Game Boy Color game. And despite the 8-bit architecture, this thing is its own little world. It controls rather well. I had no problem with any part of the game. It's a wonderful game, and you should have it in any library, much less a Game Boy one. As I said earlier, this one is definitely worth playing again and again. It's just something completely magical. And if I were to keep talking to this point, I would just be rambling. I really would be. So, with that all being said, this has been Let's Play Link's Awakening DX. Took me a second or two to kind of get the words out there, because holy cow, I'm not playing this for a Let's Play anymore. I'm not playing this for the channel anymore. This is the last video. This one has been quite the thrill ride, and I'm surprised that it was, and all that. And there have been games like this one, like Terra Enigma, and Link to the Past, and Illusion of Gaia, Secret of Evermore, that once I get to the end, I'm just kind of sad to see it go out of the recording rotation, and then I have to go on to another game, and I'm like, wow, can't I just play this again? That sort of thing. But the show's got to go on the road somehow, and I got to end this video, so this has been Let's Play Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I know the last couple of videos have been mostly an hour long, but just exploring these dungeons, it's a thing in itself, and it's wonderful. And I loved every second of it. Hopefully I'll be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. But until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see you guys later.